Hi students, I am Venkatesan from Department of Geology. So today we are going to deal with the dating of the earth. So what is meant by dating? So anyone of you aware of this one? So no problem. So dating is nothing but the age of the earth. So the age of the earth can be made by only the rocks and the animals and all those things. We are going to add with the carbon dating, and there are so much of method is there. So first we are going to geochronology. So what is geochronology? So it is a science. It is a science of measuring the age of the earth. So there are so much of methods is there. One biological method and uranium thorium method, then physical method and temperature. So these are all these are all the methods of dating the earth. So here the geochronology is the estimation of the rocks, and also the calculated time of age is also the 4.6. So some methods is showing 4.5, and maybe the 4.6 is actually approximately age of the earth. So the dating of the earth may be classified into two: one absolute dating and relative dating. Actually, absolute dating is divided into two. So absolute dating, for example, so when any of you asking my age is, so my age is 40. Okay, like that exactly we have to tell the exact name of the rock and the any of the object. It is known as absolute dating. So the absolute dating is two types. One is concordant and discordant. So concordant is already I am told the age of the earth is age of the earth. So determine the various type of methods. So all those type of methods we have. For example, if I measure the age of the rock, so all these methods are implied into this rock. The method is the age of the rock is similar. It is known as the concordant. So discordant mean, so each and every method is its own age of the material. So this is a discordant one. So another thing is relative age. So relative age is means by, for example, so I am the relative age means it is a comparative age. For example, so I am the 10-year-old of my brother. So like that. So here there is the A and B, C. These are all the layers of the earth. Okay. So C is the lowest layer, and B is the middle layer, and A is the uppermost of the land surface. So in between the D is the intrusive rock from the magma. So this is a younger one. So compared to other three layers, this is a younger one, because the ABC layers are formed, then only the igneous intrusions are occurred. So the layer formed. So the relative age of the D is comparable with the both three layers. So this is known as the discordant age. Next, so the radiometric age, we can calculate the age of this. Okay, so there is a 6 possible radiometric age there. First one is accumulation method. The accumulation method, we are going to deal with the argon 40 and potassium 40. So the potassium 40, and this is the most important one thing. So another one is rubidium strontium 87. So using this method, we can correlate the 10 to 1000 million years. So the age of the earth, we can not only the age, the age of the material, we can calculate in between the 10 to 100 million years using the rubidium and strontium method. And uranium method. So in the uranium, we all know this is a most important radioactive mineral. Okay, within this, the uranium 238, uranium 232, 35, and thorium 232. So these are all the most important uranium minerals. Okay, so using this method, we are going to determine the age of the earth. And lead and lead ratio. The lead and lead ratio is also known as lead and lead method, and also the 207 and 206 method. So both are the same. So using the lead value of the material, so we can easily calculate the age of the earth. Not only age of the earth, is also the material of the material present in the rock. Fission drag method. So fission drag method is, for example, if any inclusion in the mineral. So for example, in zircon, like that, any radioactive mineral within the crystal, it will be for longer time, it will be disintegrated. So these materials are giving the very powerful explosion within the mineral grains. It is give the some track legs track-like appearance. So using this measuring the length of the tracks, we are going to middle the name. And pleochroic hollows. For example, in mica there is a zircon inclusion is there. So in this zircon, during the time elapse, there is a so circular hollow is there. We are going to see in the microscope. It gives the pleochroic hollows. So if the pleochroic hollow is bigger, the age is also the bigger. So using these methods, these are the radiometric methods. We are calculating the age, not only age of the rocks and age of the earth also we can calculate. So next the biological method. In biological method there is a cell growth. The cell growth means, so we have not the cell in the marine areas. So within the cell there is so many layers there. So in these layers the thickness of the cell within the layer is also the evidence of the age of the cells and the life period. If the thickness is high, if for example if the tides is high, the thickness is low, and the tides is low, the thickness is high. So in this case we can be able to age the cells. Now another one thing, lichenometry. Lichenometry means this is one type of organisms. It is growing in the rocks. So the growth size, the gives a normal size. So this size, using this radius of the lichenometry growth, we can able to calculate the age of these rocks and the age of the areas. And dendrochronology. The dendrochronology means we know the tree growth. Within the tree growth there is a lot of concentric cells is there, concentric lines. These concentric lines, for example, in bigger trees the concentric lines is more. So every year the concentric lines are growth. Okay, using that one we are calculating the age of the trees. Okay, then evaluation clock. So evaluation clock is also used to identify the biological method for age of the earth. So these are the time units and rock units. These are the most important one. So we have the time units and the equivalent of the rock units. The eon is a time unit, is equivalent to the enotham, and era is equivalent to the eratham, and period is the system, and epoch is the series, and age is stage. So these are all the time units is equivalent to the rock units. So these are all, not only this, there are so many methods is also is implied in this age of the earth. So I am giving the short notes of this one. Okay students, if any you have doubt you can raise them.